Alright guys, it is Tuesday, May 4th at 2021 at 2:32 a.m. Alright guys, so I came across this. Former Senator Harry Reid claims Lockheed Martin had UFO remnants. So Lockheed Martin had possible UFO remnants, and who knows what kind of technology Lockheed Martin has been creating with these remnants of UFOs, since they do a lot of reverse engineering and create a lot of aircraft in Lockheed Martin. It says here, almost a year after the New York Times published an article claiming he had evidence of UFO, former Senator Harry Reid of Democrat of Nevada corrected the record in an interview with New Yorker. Reid said he believes that the U.S. aerial defense contractor Lockheed Martin had remnants of an unidentified flying object. In an article, reporters Leslie Kean and Ralph Blumenthal wrote that Reid believed that some already possessed physical evidence of UFO fragments. They claimed that the former Nevada senator believed that crashes of vehicles from other worlds had occurred and that retrieved materials had been studied secretly for decades, often by aerospace companies under government contracts. The very next day, the Times added a correction per Reid's request. Instead, the record read that Reid believed in the possibility of crashes and supported the hypothetical study of remnants. Now Reid has altered the record just a little bit more as he retold the story to New Yorker's Gideon Lewis Cross. He says, "I was told for decades that Lockheed had some of these retrieved materials," Reid said, "and I tried to, as I recall, a classified approval by the Pentagon. I tried to get, as I recall, a classified approval by the Pentagon to have me get a look at the stuff, but they won't give me the clearance." So the Pentagon is not giving clearance to look at this materials. It says when the New Yorker asked for a response from Lockheed Martin, rather than clearing up the record, they declined to comment. So Lockheed Martin not replying to these claims. Always gotta keep an eye on the news when it comes to UFO news. They don't blast it all over the media, and it's there for everybody to see. It's pretty much articles being released and information being released, and unless you somehow have an ear to the ground, you don't you don't pick up, because you don't pick up the stories, because these stories you have to either look for them or keep an eye out for them, because they'll sneak right by you and weeks will pass and you're like, what happened? How come I didn't hear about this? How come nobody's talking about this? That Lockheed Martin had UFO remnants. That's just mind-blowing stuff. The kind of projects and technology that they're running. Something else that I have been covering in previous videos. I don't know if you guys have taken a look at my previous videos when it comes to the shot. The vaccine. People were saying that the vaccine is alien technology. That the technology to mix genes, genetics, with the RMNA, the DNA stuff, the DNA locking of the vaccine is actually alien technology. So that's kind of one of my videos I posted earlier. If you feel like looking back at my videography and taking a look at my videos. Alright, next. Bill and Melinda Gates divorce after 27 years of marriage. Bill and Melinda Gates have announced their divorce after 27 years of marriage, saying, "We no longer believe we can grow together as a couple. After a great deal of thought and a lot of work in our relationship, we have made the decision to end our marriage," the pair tweeted. They first met in the 1980s when Melinda joined Bill's Microsoft firm. The billionaire couple have 3 children and jointly run the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I believe Bill Gates is the 4th wealthiest person in the world according to Forbes, and is worth $249 billion. So, Bill and Melinda Gates have no prenup. Bill and Melinda Gates announced a split on Monday. Tech pioneer Bill Gates and his wife Melinda, who announced their split after 27 years of marriage, today seemingly have no prenup agreement set up. News of the divorce surprised many, as it is often the case with the high-profile and wealthy couples. The public immediately began to speculate over the financial implications of the divorce. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, the two have no prenup. The two have no prenup in place. The outlet reports that their court filing mentions the divorce only in their separation agreement. So they don't have a prenup. Who knows if they're going to be splitting all that money in half because of the no prenup. Alright. Next, strange sounds. We have apocalyptic weather hits the U.S. again. Rare tornado emergency issued overnight after 23 twisters touched down in the south, and more severe storms are on the way. So more severe storms are going to be heading either tonight and tomorrow, and possibly even the day after. Who knows how long these tornadoes are going to be going through. I covered in my previous video about the weather, so it's a lot of severe weather to be having, especially in the south. Next, gigantic bone of an Ice Age Mammoth found in Florida River. That's a rare find in Florida. A giant bone of a mammoth dating back to the Ice Age was just found in the Peace River near Arcadia this week. This 4-foot, 50-pound bone is well over 10,000 years old. Look how large that bone is. That's almost the size of him. It says the giant bone of the mammoth dating back to the Ice Age was just found in the Peace River near Arcadia on April 25th. Alright. It says for two Florida scuba divers, ancient history resurfaced with the discovery of 4-foot, 50-pound mammoth bone dating back to the Ice Age. Derek Demeter and Henry Sadler, both avid explorers and amateur paleontologists, made their big discovery when diving in the dark waters of the Peace River near Arcadia on April 25th. Henry came up and he's like, "Derek, I found something amazing," and he's just freaking out, said Demeter, planetarium director at Seminole State College. "When I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I was in denial. It was really neat to see that he discovered." So apparently there were mammoths or large elephant-like creatures in or near Florida back 10,000 years ago or so. Alright, next. Martian Plague. It says, bringing samples to the Earth could cause devastating pandemic, scientists warn. While Perseverance rover is rolling over the red planet, researchers on Earth are looking forward to welcome and investigating the first Martian soil samples in the upcoming years. But scientists argue Martian life forms living in them could leak to Earth, potentially causing new devastating pandemic from which we have no defense. So that is a big red flag. The possibility of a pandemic from Mars, which we have no defense. It says, bringing rocks from the Martian surface to Earth does not seem to be very exciting to a small group of enthusiasts from the International Committee Against Mars Sample Return, who warn about incredible risk these life-bearing samples may pose to our home planet, including an immense Martian plague. Their main argument is found on page 114 in Carl Sagan Cosmic Connection and Extraterrestrial Perspective. So who knows if they actually could bring a disease or some kind of plague from Mars. That's just mind-blowing. I'll leave the link to the article if you guys want to check out the story there. Next, NASA. We're unable to stop asteroids from impacting and decimating the world. So NASA saying they can't stop asteroids. It says, as explained in one of the prior posts, space agencies around the world took part in a NASA simulation of an asteroid scenario. The participating experts learned about a fictitious asteroid trajectory and had to react. In the exercise, they couldn't stop it from hitting Europe, showing how unprepared we are for such a crisis. It says, scientists around the world have been bamboozled this week by the fictitious asteroid heading towards Earth. A group of experts from the U.S. and European space agencies attended a week-long exercise led by NASA in which they faced a hypothetical scenario. An asteroid 35 million miles away was approaching the planet and could hit within 6 months. With each passing day of the exercise, the participants learned more about the asteroid's size, trajectory, and chance of impact. Then they had to cooperate and use their technological knowledge to see if anything could be done to stop the space rock. The experts fell short. The group determined that none of the Earth's existing technologies could stop the hypothetical asteroid from striking, given the 6 month time frame of the simulation. In this alternate reality, the asteroid crashed into Eastern Europe. As far as we know, no asteroids currently pose any threat to Earth in this way, but an estimated two-thirds of asteroids are 460 feet in size or bigger, large enough to wreak considerable havoc, remained undiscovered. That's why NASA and other agencies are attempting to prepare for such a situation. These exercises ultimately help the planetary defense community communicate with each other and within our governments to ensure that we are coordinated should a potential impact threat be identified in the future, said Lindsey Johnson, NASA's planetary defense officer. 6 months is not enough time to prepare for an asteroid impact. So that will leave you thinking, whoa, because we are not prepared as a planet, not only for the possibility of a Martian plague, we're not prepared for the possibility of an asteroid striking the Earth. There's like no way to really stop it. So we're not prepared in a lot of stuff. We seem to not be prepared when it comes to the UFO topic. All the information that I've gathered from reading and following for years the UFO topic has brought me to the conclusion that they are demons or beings that are not good, pretty much. Um, the technology has been on Earth for a long time now, and the government has been reverse engineering these ships and using them for a long time. At least that's what the secret part of the government has or is doing to these technologies. Um, will the major Navy, Air Force, and all these military stuff know that they're dealing with this technology? Of course not. Not even 50 years ago, we got cell phone technology and phone technology and all this advanced computer technology. So this technology has been introduced to us and is affecting us every day of our lives. We use it every day, and it's been reverse engineered and is affecting people, and we just think it's just our technology, when in reality it is not. So hit like and subscribe for more videos and more news on this topic, and see you guys next time. God bless you guys.